Let's show respect to the team that he's on. The Miami Dolphins, AJ Hawk, are a nightmare. They are the greatest show on turf. They are must watch. 70 points yesterday against the Denver Broncos. Mike White even got in the action with a bomb to Chosen Anderson over Patrick Surtain Jr. Sean Payton had a little bit of a testy response in the postgame. How could you not? Your team just let 70 points get scored upon you, losing by 50. Are we betting on the Miami Dolphins to do this for the rest of the season? It seems like their schemes, their personnel, and everything is rolling in the right direction, and guys are still wide open, even after being named Tyreek Hill, a damn cheetah, AJ Hawk.
And look at the pocket Tua was throwing from there on that play as well. That's the thing. Like, they're keeping him upright. Tua looks so comfortable, so confident. And they're putting all these, the little shovel pass deal he had, the no-look situation. Like, there's so many things every single week, I think, that kind of keeps each offensive player always excited and thinking, hey, this could be my week. Like, you never know when the ball is coming to you in this offense.
I like Tua's swag, too. He's talking shit in every press conference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like every single one.
I love it.
I forget what the yardage was in week 1, but they were talking about his deep ball. And he was like, I just threw for 500 yards.
Yeah.
Like I just threw. I mean, what are we even? And then this week he was talking about the run game and the offensive line and how people were doubting him. It's like, I appreciate the spite that Tua is operating with. I also appreciate the fact that these plays are designed to work. Like, hey, even if you're having a bad day, even if Tyreek feels a little tighter, a little slower than he normally is, even if Waddle isn't 100%, Tua isn't 100%, it's like McDaniel is setting up plays where it's like, this is going to be wide open.
Yeah.
This particular play is going to be wide open. If we need one to get back on track, if we need a big play, this play is designed to beat this defense regardless of how you're feeling. It almost takes the human element out of it. It's just like almost operate the system. But then whenever you put the system in there with the incredible players, it's magic. Yeah. And I've loved watching every single second of it.
Yeah, even on that first, so like is designed to be open, obviously, which every offense you think it would be, but it's not. I watched the Dallas game, and like nobody's open. Like the coaches aren't scheming it up, the receivers don't have the effort. Miami kind of has it all. Even that first play when you saw Tyreek Hill running wide open, it kind of didn't play out exactly how they drew it up. But Tua stepped up in the clean pocket. Tyreek Hill saw the open field, boom, lead him. Nobody's gonna catch him. But defensively, it can never be a situation. I don't care what the coverage is. It can never be a situation where Tyreek Hill is catching the ball and it's not somebody within 20 yards of him. Like that's asinine right there.
Ineptitude is what you're saying. I think that's potentially why Sean Payton was so upset. And obviously, a lot of eyes are on the quotes that Sean Payton said a few weeks ago about Hackett out there.
Yep.
Sean Payton knows that. We still have faith that they're going to figure that out over there?
I think so. I mean, I'm not going to count them out yet, but we'll see. Hopefully next week they get it turned around quick.
Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Another offseason. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but Brian Flores should be thrown in jail for what he did to Tua. Dude is throwing multiple touchdowns with each hand. Absolute crime for trying to ruin Tua, and a shame for all of us missing out on this guy for 2 years. Oh, I didn't even think about taking the trip back in time. Yeah, whenever Tua was getting pulled during two-minute situations and benched and put in and all the mental toughness stuff that they tried to put Tua through at the beginning of his career, I guess we should be looking at Brian Flores a little bit more, huh, Gumpy?
This show did stand firm with Tua the whole time. I'd like to get ahead of that one.
Yeah, how come? I feel like that gets forgotten sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
And then also, I picked Oregon to beat Colorado, just if we're clearing things up. Just so, you know what I mean? Because I was getting murdered by people. How about your Colorado pick? It was like 2 weeks behind. 2 weeks behind. I picked Oregon. Thank you very much. And then for Miami, I mean, we have no relationship with the Dolphins. That has been very clear today.
At all.
Because we try to go through somebody else, we try to have ESPN reach out to them. They passed clearly. We've been on Tua's side the entire time. I don't think Tua knows that, though. I think Tua canceled on us Radio Row, 4 minutes before, and we saw him.
He was there.
He was actually at our set, and then he canceled like 4 minutes beforehand. So I don't know if he's just told things and assumed stuff about us, but I feel like we have been a Tua bandwagon from the very beginning, and I love what he's doing. And I think he's going to be healthy, Gumpy. I think he remains healthy this season.
He put on like a lot of muscle. Like people are acting like he got fat. Like he is looking pretty good right now.
Well, one person acted like
Let's not forget how much mana he got from getting that sleeve.
Boom.
Done
that, no one's talking about that enough.
Great point.
Sleeve looks sick.
A lot of mana. There's a lot of mana in that sleeve.
He is literally a new man because of that thing.
And I think he's only been hit twice, right? Is that what it is? 2 sacks?
2 sacks, hit 4 times. The thing he said about McDaniel, too, and we talked about it, he said it's not the play calls, it's how fast they're getting into him now with McDaniel being in his second year here.
He's one of those guys that I think kind of stacks those chips too. I think Sean Payton made a comment about him being potentially replaced by Teddy Bridgewater either last year or year before. And he doesn't do a ton of media. I feel like I don't see him anywhere outside of like the Dolphins press conference.
Well, he did a bunch down there at Radio Row. He did like 4 shows.
Yes, he did.
So on us. Wait, we're on your side. Okay, you're a good player.
I think the show before asked if he was worried about dying on the football field. I think that's what happened.
Shook him a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, we would have had to ask the same question.
Yeah.